living like the winner do.
See me with the crew, had to get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move. Still I gotta grow in a Jimmy Choo. Break the rules, no you're not a fool, but I'm in the mood.
What's up, y'all? Snade Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador, and I'm back today with another bizarre story in the news. Let's talk about Lori Williams, the Seattle woman who smashed her husband's private parts. Now I'm telling you, this is bizarre, and it gets real bizarre at the end. So listen to the very end of this article, brought to you by a website that I can't distinguish right now, but I will give them their credit. Without further ado, let's go. Why did Lori Williams smash her husband's private parts? Find the reason behind it. Lori Williams is a woman based in the US who is more a wife and the mother of 2 kids. She's been heating the internet with her interesting revenge story. She's currently become the headline for getting revenge on her husband who cheated on her. Lori Williams and her husband have been in a happy marriage. She and her husband have 2 kids, a dog, and 2 cats. From all appearances, they are happy and a thriving couple. Lori stays home with the kids and Yuri, her husband, who is a realtor. Now, mind you, they started off by saying Lori and her husband have been in a happy marriage, but how happy is he if he cheated? But let's keep going. It wasn't unusual for either one to surprise the other with silly little gifts or lunch on a busy day. A surprise lunch was just what Lori was going to bring her husband. She made his favorite hoagie and even threw in a single IPA, whatever the hell that is. She called his secretary to find which house he would be showing today. At about 1 p.m., Lori pulled up to a beautiful home and parked behind her husband's car. She heard chatter coming from the backyard. Being a curious person, Lori took a peek. Yuri was face deep in what turned out to be the future homeowner's vagina. I mean, he really was going after it. Mans was doing cunnilingus. You know she was tight after that, man. She saw him face deep in the Gucci. But let's keep going. Not one to air their dirty laundry in public, Lori left and started plotting her revenge. Seeing as Yuri was behaving like a single man, Lori wanted to remind him of their marriage and his vows. Okay, so men, this is a lesson on levels of crazy, okay? You see, an average crazy woman will catch you cheating in the act, right? And flip right then and there, right? May try to stab you right then and there. Definitely gonna try to beat the girl up, right? Police gonna have to get called and all that. But a psychopath, not crazy, a psychopath is gonna do what she did. She seen it, she internalized it, cried on the inside, drove home crying, and plotted her revenge. Right? But let's keep going. Who is Lori Williams from Seattle, Washington? Lori Williams is aged about 33 years. The woman lived in Seattle, Washington, US with her husband and lovely children. Right? Further information about her parents and in-laws is not available. Her actual birthday is not known. Now, how did Lori Williams burst open her husband's testicles? It's excruciating to find out her beloved husband is cheating with his wife and family. Is cheating on his wife and family. They edited that wrong. The same thing happened with a woman in the US. Her husband was cheating on her and she finally found out. After she found out her husband was cheating on her, she returned home and started to plot revenge to make him realize that he was a family man. About 2 a.m. the next morning, she quietly awoke and tiptoed to the foyer where the wedding album was on display. She let out a little sigh when she lifted the 10-pound album. 10-pound album. Yuri sleeps naked and usually throws the covers off of himself throughout the night. Lori placed the album open and face up gently on his thighs. She grabbed his sack and placed it in between the pages so that both balls would be on the inside when she smashed them. Grabbing the front and back covers, she gathered all her might and shut that album as hard as she could on her husband's testicles. Yuri was wide awake in a nanosecond. He jumped up, and when he realized what happened, he fell back down to the ground in pain. His balls had deflated, causing a leak of semen in his body. Not one to see someone suffer needlessly, Lori called an ambulance and freely admitted to what she had done. Lori wanted it on the record that she smashed his balls so all his friends could make fun of him endlessly. Lori and Yuri are now separated. Since the injury to Yuri's genitalia, he can no longer maintain an erection. Ironically, Lori left him for the same woman he cheated on her with. And that's the end of this story. Now, my opinion, fellas, if you want to deal with multiple women, they getting crazier and crazier by the day, and they feeling more and more justified by their craziness, you know what I'm saying? For every one crazy woman that does some outlandish things, there's 100 women and feminists who endorse it, support it, and encourage it. Y'all are playing with fire. Like, yo, listen, you don't want to be like Yuri, man. You don't want to be like Yuri, man. All he wanted to do was get some snatch on the side, and now he can't even get it up no more. You know what I'm saying? My nuts hurt by even picturing this in my head, like a 10-pound photo album. She smashed it on his nuts. Like, that's like outrageous. Like she's a psychopath. She's a psychopath. She only didn't cut it off because it was already a story about somebody cutting somebody nuts off. You know what I'm saying? But this is crazy, man. This is crazy. These type of women are dangerous. I gotta talk to my mom before I can really go into details of this story. But this woman is a psychopath, like my mom, who I love very dearly. My mom's a great mom, held me down more than any other person when I was in prison. But she's crazy too, you know what I'm saying? On 2 different occasions, she stabbed my stepfather, who she's still with right now, and she also beat him up before. Hey, listen, not even to knock my stepfather, because me and him used to have problems, but I love him too, you know what I mean? But these women are crazy, man. And this is because they can't handle a little bit of competition, man. A little bit of non-monogamy, and she done with and made sure he can't be with any other woman like that ever again. Now, if you ask me, she's super selfish. And also, if you ask me, if she'd did that to me, she would have had to run for her little Karen life. You feel me? But we gonna end this here, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know if y'all want more bizarre stories in the news from Nate Almighty. Peace.